family, welcome to Light It Up Ministry. I come to you with another word that the Lord gave me permission to release, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. Please pull out your Bible. If you don't have your physical Bible, please pull out your mobile Bible app, okay? And we're going to go ahead and get into this word. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading. So those of you who have ears, let them hear. And whoever this message is for, let it resonate in your spirit. And again, test every spirit, even mine. Okay, so go ahead and turn your Bible to Genesis 50. We're going to read that 15 through 18. If you see me looking down, it's because you know I'm reading this Bible. All right, let's jump to. When Joseph's brothers saw their father was dead, they said to one another, "If Joseph is holding a grudge against us, he will certainly repay us back with all the suffering we caused him." So they sent this message to Joseph before he died. Your father gave a command, says this to Joseph: "Please forgive your brothers' transgressions and their sin, and in their sin, the suffering they caused you. Therefore, please forgive the transgression of the servants of the God of your father." Joseph wept when their message came to him. Okay, so let's break that down right there. You know, God knows all of our hearts. I don't care what you portraying, what you showing, how people perceive you to be. You're so sweet. You're a good person. We have to look at ourselves every day in that mirror. We know what we're eternally saying, speaking, and thinking, and so does God. I know there's not one person on this earth, not even Jesus Christ himself, that escaped the people's transgressions towards them and their evilness. It's right. It's just life. But some of us are like Joseph, where we could hold a grudge, right? I mean, you had so much done to you that it's not justifiable if you didn't have a grudge. I get it. You know, I had some trauma in my life where I feel it's justifiable if I hold a grudge a little bit longer, and I'll let it go when I want to let it go, right? Some of you guys are at that place, God is saying, right? So some of you are blessed. Maybe your parents died and left you, you're the oldest, or you the child, or however the situation is, and left you money, left you the house to divide, left you something where you were in charge in, where you actually have the ability to use it however you want to. So if you want to mistreat someone, you can. You have that ability too, because you have full control and power over the situation. So this is for those out there who are holding a grudge, who feel like they're going to hold a grudge, or you're just waiting for your parents or someone to pass away so you can fully manifest into the person that you know who you are deep inside and not what you're portraying to be. The Lord is talking to you. Joseph had that same, he was in that same position where he was able to hold a grudge, right? His brothers stripped him down, threw him up in a pit, right? Helped him and then sold him, right? Told the dad he was dead. He was raised with no family. He had to be a slave. I mean, if anybody was going to hold a grudge, Joseph could have held a grudge. And now he a man in power. So if he wanted his brothers to suffer, he really could. He could have cracked down a whip. He could have did whatever he wanted to. He could have given him a sentence of death. And the brothers knew that. They thought the only thing that was tying them together was because the father was living. How many of y'all like, I really don't like my sister, but to show faith, because my mama wants us all to be together, I smile, I sit in their face, you know, I front. I really don't like that girl, but at the end of the day, you know, she my best friend's friend, so I'm going to do what I got to do, but I can't wait to spread that gossip. I can't wait to plant that lie about her. I'm trying to find some type of way to get her out the group. Right? Ooh, I really like that man, but he turned me down. Woo, woo, woo. Now he was so-and-so, so I got to spread these rumors, so whatever, so she can turn her heart against them. Whatever seed you're trying to plant with a grudge. I don't have to tell many of you. God is telling me he already looking at your heart, so you know who you are. He's saying that Joseph had the same opportunity. He wants you to go back to this story, right? He wants you to make sure that you're paying attention to this. He wants you to make sure that you're paying attention to how the brothers felt it in their heart, that they were so guilty of what they did, that they were scared when their dad died, that they was about to get pretty much at the mercy of their brother, who was going to do them the way they did him. How many of y'all in that position like, ooh, I hope she ain't as evil to me as I was to her. Ooh, I hope she don't do me the way I did her. Ooh, I hope he don't stab me in the back the way I did him. Now you at someone else's mercy and you feel so bad because the tables has turned where now the opportunity is on their table or they can do you, if not more, worse than what you did them. And now you're scared. You're scared that that one piece of item or person that was standing between you guys is no longer there, and this person is going to be just like you, or just how you were. So we're going to go ahead and keep reading. We're going to go ahead and go down from 18 to 20. Okay. But Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You planned evil against me. God planned it for good, to bring about the present results, the survival of many people. Therefore," going down to 21, "therefore don't be afraid. I will take care of you and your children." And he comforted them and spoke kindly to them. Okay? Listen to me. He had the same opportunity you did, where he could have went ahead and chewed his brothers out, did them wrong, made them slaves, right? Made his families, made his nephews and his nieces be slaves. He had no relationship with them. He didn't even know them to the end. So he could have held that grudge and used it for his own glory, to show them that he was the man in power, that he had the ability to make them suffer the way they made him suffer. But he did not. When he read the letter, he wept. When you're in a place where God has carried you, where you can hold a grudge, where you can be evil, where you can pay evil back with evil, this is how you know God is working on you. Because when he read that letter, he cried. He cried, and he didn't say why he cried. So why I would cry is because you really think that I would do that. You really think that I would pay you back with evil. Like, I love you. I don't want to be that person. Like, yeah, y'all did me wrong, but I would have never did y'all like that even if I didn't have nothing, even if the opportunity wasn't on my table. I loved y'all. Even when y'all did what y'all did, I loved y'all. So I'm not going to pay you back with evil from evil, because look, if you didn't do what you did, I wouldn't even be in this position where God has placed me. So if anything, I thank you. The glory is not mine to keep and do what I want. God didn't give me that ability, even though I can, but the opportunity is not for me to come down and humiliate you. Right? Like, it's just not. At the end of the day, what did he say? You planned evil against me. God planned it for good, to bring me about the present results. Listen to me. Forgive. Let that go. Your opportunity will come where you can pay somebody back, where you can hold a grudge. And God is saying, let it go in your heart. He does not want you to plant that seed. You need to be like Joseph. That it was him that put you where, that they had to be evil to put you where you was at. They had to talk about you. They had to backstab you. Right? Forgive them even though they know not what they did. Forgive them, because what it does is it gives the devil the opportunity to plant the seed, to plant the grudge. Because you are in a higher place, so he expects more out of you. That's why you were the one that got blessed, and not the brothers, and not your sister, and not the girlfriend. Because he knew what you was going to do with it when he put you in the palace. He knew that you wasn't going to hold the grudge. He knew that you were going to do what he wanted you to do, which was what, guys? Come on now, which was what? He said, therefore, don't be afraid. I will take care of you and your children. I got you, my nieces, and my nephew. Even though you didn't like me, even though you spreaded lies, even though you said that you would never talk to me again, call me evil, come on now. I got fired because of you. My husband left because of you. People still calling me old names. I can't show my face in that town. I did time for you. Mom didn't like me. Daddy disowned me. You told secrets that you wasn't supposed to tell. But listen to me. God said he chose you because he knew that once you got to the palace, you would never do what they was going to do. What do you think the brothers would have did? They threw him in a pit. Now, if they in the palace and he coming crawling back, they probably wouldn't have used it for good. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. He knew their hearts just like he knows your hearts, and he's saying that he's promoting you because he does not want you to misuse your opportunity to be cruel, to be evil. That's not why he put you in the palace. He put you in the palace because he knows that you're going to take care of your brothers and your sisters. Even if your mama passed away, even if your daddy passed away, even if they did you wrong, even if you was a black sheep. Okay? It doesn't matter what they did. It's a clean slate, because if they didn't do what they did, you wouldn't be who you are today. He know exactly what happened. He know what they did. And that's why you're in the palace. That's why he chose you. So you can bring them back and show mercy. Show them what it should have looked like, what it does look like. You don't have to do no more. You don't have to torture them. You don't have to do it. Right? It's already been done. They've been sitting here dreading for when their dad was gonna die, because they're like, oh my God, if dad died, what is Joseph really gonna do? They're gonna take our food away, starve us out? He a man in power. He can do whatever he want, right? Sell our wives to the market? Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure their mind was going and going and going. They probably didn't even have time to really even mourn over the father, because they were so worried about what Joseph was going to do to them, because now he is in a place where he can't do it. He can sell you for 5 cents. He can sell you for free. He can make you a free slave. Work for nothing. Take your whole family away from you. Strip you down. But he didn't. What did he tell him? I can't stress this enough. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Shaniqua. Don't be afraid, Sherry. Don't be afraid, Carl. Don't be afraid, Anita. Don't be afraid, Tasha. I ain't got no grudge. I love y'all all. And when God take me, I'm taking you. When God blesses me, I'm going to bless you. All is forgiven. If you didn't do what you did, if you didn't treat me the way you treat me, if we didn't have an event the way we had an event, if we didn't have that moment the way we had that moment, I would not be me. Would I? Come on. So who y'all need to go ahead and put it out there? Angela, Michael, Sarah, come on. Y'all got to get this off your chest. You got to let it go. You got to look around you so you can see where God has taken you. It does not matter the behavior of anybody, of any family members, of any co-workers, of anyone, of your ex. God is still going to move you, because he knows when he gives you the opportunity that you are going to do what he wants you to do with the seed, which is planted into your nieces and your nephews and your cousins and your brothers and your sisters. Even if your parents, if they're still alive, don't matter if they beat you. It don't matter if he didn't give to you. You're in a position where you can give to them. Not because of your own works, not because of your own, because of where God has taken you, what God has done in your life. So be like Joseph. Don't be afraid. I will take care of you and your children. And he'll comfort them and speak kindly to them. You don't keep reminding them what they did. I mean, I'm going to help you out, You was an alcoholic and beat me. I'm going to help you, though. I'm going to pay your rent, even though you let me get evicted, right? You can sleep on my couch, even though I slept in my car. No. Beloved, no. Go to God. Clean out your heart. Where he's taking you, you're going to have opportunity to help those who have kicked you when you down, who has talked about you, who just did not know. Or maybe that's just where they was at. I talked about people. I didn't really know how it was going to affect them. I was just doing what everybody else was doing, all right? I've been in places. I ain't always been a good person. But at the end of the day, I didn't know what my effects did to someone else. So therefore, I would hate for someone to hold a grudge on me. If you can help, help. Because God is going to put you and elevate you into a position where you can. And it's really going to come down to a test. Will you? Because at the end of the day, you don't have to make anybody suffer. It's not your job. They wrote that letter. They can't even grieve over their dad. They was up there thinking about what Joseph about to do to them. It's not your job to take that, what God is going to give you, and turn it into an opportunity to, oh, dad left us this house and, Brother Brian ain't going to let us move up in here. He know we've been living in this trailer, but he said no. He said it's for him and his son. And it's a 6-bedroom house. He said he's selling it and taking all the profit when you got brothers and sisters out there really struggling to keep up with rent. So what you going to do? You going to sell it. You can't be this evil, right? Because what you going to do is you're going to mess your own blessing up, and then you don't want God's hammer to come down on you. That house, you don't even need that house. You've been doing good. You on your feet. Who needs the house is your brothers and your sisters. It should be the house where if anyone can't make it, they go to the house. The reason why it was blessed to you, even if your dad or your mom left it to you, is for you to do right by it. It's not for you to do what you want to. It's not a time to make your brothers or sisters or even your cousins and your nephews suffer because of what you suffered. You want them to feel what you felt all them years. You got the wrong heart. I'm telling you now, you got the wrong heart. You got to go to God. You got to get that cleaned up because that's the wrong heart. I'm going to sell the house and shouldn't nobody even be in the house. I was the one that took care of mama till she died. I was the one that did the cooking and the cleaning. Didn't nobody come visit her? Didn't nobody come out here? I deserve that money. Hey. You got to go to God. You got to clean your heart out. But yeah, your sister been out here hoeing and prostituting and ain't had no place to stay. I don't want her to have this house. She got 4 kids up out there. This house ain't for her. Mama would have been rolled over in her grave if I let her move in. Hey, hey, hey. It ain't about what your mama thought. I don't care what your mama's stipulations was. It's God has put you in a position where you can do better. Stop that. Your mama already in her grave. Your daddy already in his grave. They already got to deal with God. You about to go with the same heart? You about to let that heart roll over on you? Well, the reason why they can't come here is because they smoke. You know how daddy is, and he just going to move that girl up in here, and they ain't even married. So who are you? You have an opportunity that God is giving you to show you can do better. To show you that you have forgiven and you don't hold no grudge, and wherever help is needed, you're going to help. So that's the message. That's the message I want to leave y'all with. And at the end of the day, let's go ahead and cover one more line. Go ahead and go down to 24. We're still in Genesis 50. Go ahead and go down to 24. Joseph said to his brothers, I'm about to die, but God will certainly come to your aid and bring you up from this land to the land he swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Listen to me. He even told them, I have come as far as I'm going to come. I know I had y'all. I took care of y'all. Y'all don't have to, be crying because my finances is going to be going, or you think I can't help you. God is going to pick up where I leave off. You're going to be taken care of. I'm going to pray over you guys. God got you. Don't just love me for the things I can do or what I have done for you or the shelter I provide. God is going to continue to aid you even through my death because you are blessed. Okay, I don't want you to be over here crying and you're more weeping because you're like, oh my God, now the house about to be sold. What about us? What we gonna do? Now we lost. You're okay. God got you. You're okay if your mom passed away. You're good. God is going to carry out the aid that she has provided you. I've been living with my mom for 30 years. I don't know how to get back out there. I can't pay no rent. Now you crying more because she didn't have no will. Blase, don't worry about that. Mourn over your mother. God is going to pick up where she left off. He would never leave you like that. I want you to make sure that you're not just loving somebody for the things that they can do or have done for you. That God is always going to pick up where they left off if your heart is right. He is going to take you to the promised land like he promised. Okay? Even if I don't get there, if I die before my time, my kids are going to get there and their kids is going to get there. And they should never forget that. Don't mourn because I gave y'all a good lifestyle. Don't mourn because I was able to take us out from the ghetto to this part. And now you like, how we going to do it? You are blessed just like I'm blessed, children. Your kids is going to be blessed just like you blessed. You don't have to worry about them in your grave. You don't have to, how they going to make it? She don't know how to pay rent. She don't know how to balance a checkbook. She don't even know what a check is. How's my daughter going to make it? That's what you worry about on your deathbed. God said, calm down, calm down. He is going to aid them when you go. It's okay if you're about to cross over and you're so worried about your children or your husband. He's going to aid them. He's going to provide. He's going to make sure they get all the resources they need. He's going to teach them. He's going to put people in front of them to do what you cannot anymore. It's okay. Lay down. Get ready to rest. And for those of you who is about to rest and you scared that you didn't leave enough, you didn't do enough, you didn't make sure you was covered here, I didn't get enough life insurance, it is okay. He's going to come to their aid. He's going to extend it out. He just wants you to do what you have to do. Make sure that when you have the opportunity to bless those around you, your family members, your nieces, your cousins. I don't care if you don't know your niece. I don't care if your brother kept your nieces away from you. You have a opportunity to make sure nothing is in your heart so you can go ahead and be a blessing to those members. Because once you be a blessing to them, guess what? Guess what? You break that curse. You break that curse. Right? We living for God. Be the vessel for God. So some of you, he want me to let you know that you got some vessels that he got to clean you out. He needs you to come to him because he knows what you about to do. He know what you plotting. He know what you planning. He's seen everything they did to you. He know the lies that was spread about you, but he's about to elevate you because he knows that you're better. But before you get elevated, please clean out your heart, because when the opportunity lays down, you do not want to give it to the devil, who's going to tell you to do wrong. I don't care what is left to you, what inheritance. God is bigger than whatever our parents can leave us, but we got to make sure that all the resources we get and whoever he asks us to help, when it's time to help them, we not over there throwing our lip back, talking about, you need some money. You need $5,000. You wouldn't even give me $200. It's not about that. It's about that you're in a position where you can help, so you will help. If you are God's child, then you will. You will never let no one grovel, beg, keep bringing up the past, making them feel bad. That's not of God. That's not of God. You let the devil snatch up that opportunity and turn it into something that it wasn't. You don't make people do that. People already have it in their heart. They're already reminded of the wrong that they did, the torment they put you through, the pain. You don't know what they went through in life. So God is telling me to tell you that he needs you to go ahead and clean out because you're holding a grudge, and he wants you to go ahead and meditate off these scriptures, which was Genesis, right? 15 to 18, and we read it all the way down also to 19 to 20, and then we added on 24. Please meditate on that word. Please clear up your heart, because at the end of the day, you are about to be elevated. You are about to be put in a place where you can help someone else, and you should help them. Okay? All right, y'all, that's the message. You know what I'm about to tell you. Go out there and light it up. Be a soldier of God, and make sure you're living for him. Also, cleaning out your vessel, because we can't do his work with a dirty vessel. Okay? All right, love you guys.